All right, get ready to dive into a ton of upcoming games. If you're looking to explore beyond Myth of Empires, we've got you covered.
Oh, yeah?
We've got a whole stack of info on games coming out all the way to 2026 for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, even Switch.
Sounds promising.
Think medieval, sci-fi, survival, crafting.
All right, let's jump in then.
First up is Anvil Empires, hitting PC in 2025.
Anvil Empires.
Yeah, it's all about building a massive empire. But here's the kicker. You're doing it with thousands of other players online.
Whoa, thousands.
Yep, battling for control of huge territories.
So like the empire building you love in Myth of Empires, but on a massive scale.
Exactly. And get this, battles can have up to 1,000 players clashing in real time.
Well, yeah, that's going to require some serious strategic thinking. Not just individual tactics, but logistics, supply lines.
Coordinating with huge groups.
Yeah, the potential for some crazy emergent gameplay is huge. Shifting alliances, unexpected strategies.
Definitely adds a whole new layer of complexity. And speaking of strategy, how about The Last King? Also coming to PC, early 2025.
Okay, what's this one about?
Think strategy action RPG. You customize your character, craft your weapons, BUT. You gotta build and fortify bases to hold off Persian invaders.
So like tower defense meets RPG.
In a way. And you choose team up with other players or compete against them in this shared world.
Ooh, decisions.
It's a classic power fantasy, right? Will you be the hero who unites everyone, or will you carve your own path to dominance?
And I bet if you love the PvP in Myth of Empires.
The Last King's got you covered. Strategic rivalry, alliances, it's all there.
Awesome. What else do we have?
Let's switch gears, head to the world of Renown. Another PC title, 2025 release.
Renown.
This one's about building your own kingdom from scratch in a dynamic medieval world.
All right, so kind of classic kingdom building. What's the twist?
It's not just clicking buttons to make walls. Renown emphasizes skill in combat. Your reflexes, your tactics, those matter, especially in close combat.
Oh, I see. So it's got that hands-on feel.
Exactly. Reminds me of those intense siege battles in Myth of Empires, where every single move can make the difference.
Yeah, I get it. And it sounds like it captures the political intrigue of Myth of Empires too, right?
You got it. Forging alliances, negotiating treaties, navigating medieval politics to gain power and expand your influence.
Will you be the good ruler or the tyrant?
You decide. Okay, now for something a bit darker, ENDALOR.
ENDALOR.
It's a medieval dark fantasy survival game coming to PC in 2025.
Dark fantasy.
Yeah, think exploring the unknown, facing terrifying creatures. Perfect if you love that kind of stuff.
You do like a good spooky setting.
Well, this one's got you covered. You'll be mastering survival mechanics, scavenging, honing combat skills, all to make it in this brutal world.
Sounds intense. Is it solo only, or can you play with friends?
Well, just like in Myth of Empires, where you team up to take down tough enemies.
Right.
ENDALOR encourages cooperation and resourcefulness, so teaming up with friends is key to braving the dangers
and unraveling the mysteries.
Exactly. All right, enough gloom and doom for now. Let's take to the skies.
Oh, skies. Nice change of pace.
How about Skyclimbers? Multiplayer city-building action RPG coming to PS5, Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Wow, covering all the bases there.
And the release is 2026. Get ready to build amazing floating cities. Up in the clouds, form alliances with other players, a totally unique aerial setting.
So you're collaborating to design and construct these incredible cities with their own architecture ecosystems.
Exactly. Then explore the world below, find hidden secrets, go on expeditions together.
So it's taking the community aspect of Myth of Empires and expanding on it.
Taking it to a whole new level. It's creativity meets exploration. Definitely one to watch. But for now, let's touch back down to earth with Reign and Ruin.
Back down we go.
PC 2025 launch. This one's a hardcore multiplayer survival game set, you guessed it, a brutal medieval world.
All right, so what makes this one stand out from the rest? We've heard brutal medieval world a few times already.
This one emphasizes those core survival elements, like really emphasizes them.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Give me the details.
Scarce resources, brutal weather, threats everywhere.
Sounds rough.
You'll be scavenging, fortifying settlements against bandit raids, mastering combat, A&D siege warfare.
Whoa, so it's like that constant struggle for survival you get in Myth of Empires?
Absolutely. Always on guard against players and the environment.
I can see the appeal for sure. Okay, what's next?
Let's travel even further back in time, to 14th century Europe.
Ooh, time travel, I'm in.
The game is Middle Ages, Peasants and Knights, coming to PC in 2025. Looks like a deep dive into medieval life.
Oh, cool.
If you're into history, like the setting of Myth of Empires, this one's right up your alley.
Sounds promising.
You'll experience daily life in a medieval village, crafting tools, managing farmland, livestock.
So peaceful, idyllic.
Well, there's also defending your land from bandits and raiders. You'll need to master combat, build fortifications.
Ah, there's the catch. So, a blend of peaceful life and the threat of conflict.
It's like Myth of Empires. Okay, let's switch it up again. How about setting sail for adventure?
Let's do it. Where are we sailing to?
Voyagers of Nera. Co-op survival crafting, hitting PC second quarter of 2025. It's about exploration, crafting, building thriving communities with your friends.
All right, I'm listening. What makes this crafting and community game different?
This one's got dynamic oceans and procedurally generated islands.
Oh, interesting.
You'll navigate uncharted waters, discover new biomes, establish settlements on islands that change based on what you do.
So, like how your choices in Myth of Empires affect the world around you.
Exactly. It's so cool to see how so many of these games are building on what makes Myth of Empires great, the strategy, the resource management, the social aspects.
Definitely seeing some trends here.
Speaking of which, hold on tight. We're entering the world of Outbreak Island.
Outbreak Island. Okay, this sounds ominous.
Launching on PC 2025. If you like surviving against the odds, this one's for you.
I do like a good challenge. Lay it on me.
You're stranded on a mysterious island. A strange outbreak has turned people into monsters.
Oh no.
You have to scavenge, craft, build defenses, all to stay alive.
And probably figure out what caused this outbreak.
Exactly. You're not just surviving, you're playing detective, uncovering clues.
Ooh, a mystery to solve.
It's action, survival, suspense, all rolled into one. Okay, one last genre shift for now. Ready for the post-apocalypse.
Bring it on, let's hear it.
Null Sequence. Launching on PC in 2025, it leans into the idea of a mobile base in a dangerous world, like Myth of Empires.
Okay, so building a base, but with a twist, I'm guessing.
Big twist. You're building a Titan Walker, a giant walking fortress.
Walking fortress.
It's your home, your workshop, your weapon. Imagine scavenging, battling AI enemies, exploring a wasteland.
All while constantly upgrading this massive base.
You got it. It's like they took the base building in Myth of Empires and cranked it up to 11. You're not just surviving, you're becoming a force to be reckoned with.
Now that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool how many of these games are blending different genres like Myth of Empires does.
Yeah, it's like a melting pot of gaming goodness.
We've seen survival, crafting, action, strategy, RPG, all mixed up.
Makes for some really unique experiences. It's like they're taking the best bits of each and mashing them together.
Exactly. And for those who love exploring gorgeous worlds, get ready for Towers of Aghasba.
Ooh, that one's coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, November 19th for PS5 and PC. It's a stunning open-world fantasy game, vibrant colors, whimsical creatures, just a ton of wonder.
I bet it really captures those moments of discovery you love in Myth of Empires, like finding a hidden oasis or a rare resource.
Oh, absolutely. But Towers of Aghasba takes it even further. Imagine not just exploring this world, but shaping it.
Shaping it? How so?
You're cultivating ecosystems, growing fantastical plants and animals. Your actions literally change the environment.
So it's like a gardening sim mixed with fantasy adventure.
Exactly. And knowing you, you'll love that you can visit your friends' islands, share ideas, and build together.
Always down for some collaborative creativity.
All right, for our final game, let's head to a familial universe, Dune.
Oh, nice.
Dune Awakening, an open-world survival MMO. Coming to PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC in 2024. It drops you right into Arrakis, a harsh desert planet.
Sandworms, canyons, the fight for resources. If you've read the books or seen the movie, you know the deal.
Survival's key here. Managing your supplies, gathering resources, building your power, all while navigating this complex political landscape.
So it's got those Myth of Empires vibes where every decision matters.
Absolutely. And speaking of politics, Dune Awakening really leans into the intrigue and power struggles of the Dune universe. You're forming alliances, battling rival factions, and fighting for control of spice, the most valuable resource on Arrakis.
It's so cool to see how Dune Awakening combines strategic thinking, resource management, and social dynamics, just like in Myth of Empires.
Totally. It's like the developers took those core elements and created a unique and immersive experience.
It's amazing how much Myth of Empires, with its building and crafting and conquering, is inspiring all these new games.
It really is.
Seems like we all love these experiences that give us a sense of control, you know?
I know exactly what you mean. We get to shape these virtual worlds, make them our own.
It's like this deep-seated need to create, to build something from nothing.
And leave our mark, right?
Yeah, even if it's just in a digital world. But it's not just about power, is it?
No, definitely not.
These games, they throw tough choices at us, force us to think about resources, face the consequences of what we do.
It's like a reflection of real life, in a way.
Right. And it's a safe way to experiment, to test our limits, see what we can do.
And learn, too.
Yeah.
About strategy, resource management, even how we interact with others.
Exactly. So, wrapping up our look at these upcoming games, it's safe to say the future of gaming is looking pretty bright.
Definitely bright. Lots of innovation, tons of possibilities.
And we've seen some clear trends, immersive experiences, interesting stories, focus on community.
It seems like gamers want more than just fun, you know?
They want to be challenged intellectually, emotionally, even creatively.
Yeah, and they want to connect with others, explore new worlds and ideas, and based on what we've seen today,
there's a whole wave of games ready to give them exactly that.
from Anvil Empires with all its strategy, to the beauty of Towers of Aghasba.
And the hardcore survival of Dune Awakening. There's literally something for everyone.
So, as you get ready for your next gaming adventure,
think about what you want to build, what stories you want to tell.
what kind of mark will you leave on the world?
Because in the world of games, the possibilities are endless.
That's it for our deep dive into upcoming games like Myth of Empires.
We hope you enjoyed it and maybe found some new games to check out.
Until next time, happy gaming.